but I can offer around 150 gold pieces apiece for any information about the cult and its movements.
If it logs me out of, let me know. I had to battery.
Okay. So what do you guys think? Willing to head back to the camp?
Hell yeah. I've got some whoop ass to do. Me and my silent goblin.
No hazard, babe.
Ow.
Well, if the information is worthwhile, I'm certain that Onfren can, whatever the hell I said that guy's name was. Antar.
Like OnStar.
Kinda, yeah. Antar Froom can offer a more substantial reward.
Like car insurance? Roadside assistance?
Like more money. Jeez. He's not AAA.
No, he's OnStar.
Yeah, God. Every time you get hit in combat, ding, we've detected a crash.
Swear by the end of the day, I'm gonna have an 8-pack.
Oh. Lethan says, I don't expect them to be leaving quickly, so you don't need to head back to the camp immediately if you need another day or so to rest or to grab some supplies while you're in town.
Bombs.
Bombs.
Explosives. Yeah, we should totally buy explosives to throw. I'm just saying, they're throwing around explosives. Why not us? Get a wand of fireball. And take that, motherfucker! I feel like I'm murdering dark cherries. It looks like blood is from my cutting.
Lisa got me some raspberries to snack on, and they did not come out very fresh.
That's, yeah, I just bought these.
It's okay, because she also got me queso and chips to snack on. So
there you go. I bet my queso's been yours.
We had Dairy Queen yesterday, and I got their tacos, and then I got a little thing of their nacho cheese and poured it all over the tacos. While not the easiest tacos to eat, that shit was good.
Oh, yeah. Sean worked at Dairy Queen, like up the plaza from where I was working at Little Caesars whenever we first. And I would be like, "Hey, you getting off work?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, I mean, I brought home pizza that was covered in mushrooms. At least he could do with tacos, so I would have to think that. Oh, that was a cherry.
I like Dairy Queen tacos better than Taco Bell tacos.
Oh, for sure. There, much better lettuce, and the shells are way.
Mm-hmm.
But I think taco stands are the best, run by people who can barely understand me trying to order.
Right?
Corpus had the best taco stand.
Um, worked as a temp at an elevator cable company. Um, God, I don't think I was 20 yet. And every day, about 10:30, this sweet little Mexican lady would come in with a ice chest on a cart filled with various burritos for like $1 each.
Ladies,
Best shit you've ever had.
when I was working at the strip club, this guy came in with tamales, and
Uh-huh.
oh,
There used to be, he's moved, but there used to be a guy that lived down the road from me that ran a barbecue trailer. He would go out every day and find some place to park it. And he did barbecue and Mexican food. And I knew what time he came home because he would drive by my house. And if I was out there, he would just give me a dozen tamales if they were left over.
that right there. That's the
It-
type of neighbors I want.
That's like an ice cream truck for adults.
Oh. In San Angelo, they have a Japanese Mexican food truck.
Okay, that's weird.
There's like sushi, tacos,
Not a sushi person.
and there's some other stuff. Like some of the other things that they had,
There we
I
go.
was intrigued with, but not all of it. But we didn't get to try it before we left San Angelo. So when we go back for a visit, I think I may go hit that guy up.
So I thought I was unmuted this whole time, and you guys were just ignoring me. You guys are assholes, by the way.
Always. I can talk now to the
Tori's so cool.
I'm gonna try to make it a little bit quiet because there's gonna be kids around here, but we'll see.
There's a church here in San Angelo that is always at Walmart
Yes.
selling their tamales. I felt bad, like they made really good tamales, but I was always having to kick them off the property when I was AP.
Really?
And one day I felt especially bad because like my mom dropped me off and she had to go get gas, and they were at the gas station, which is still technically our property. And so she calls me, and I had just clocked in. She's like, "Are you busy?" I was like, "No, why?" So, I bought you lunch. Okay, where'd you buy me lunch from? She's like, the church was over at Murphy's selling tamales. I was like, fuck. Okay, so I had to come outside. She hands me the tamales, and I have to walk over to Murphy's and be like, all right, I need you guys here. Thanks for the lunch.
Damn. Yeah, that's.
That's okay. In the same Walmart where he was working at, this guy was selling his rap CDs, and he was like, $5. Come on, I'm an aspiring artist. $5, and you can have all my greatest hits and stuff like that. And I was like, honey, do you not see how I am dressed? You see the tattoos that I sport? And I was like, what makes you think I listen to rap music? And he's like, well, it's not rock music. I was like, well, I listen to the soundtrack of Lord of the Rings. Okay, I'm a D&D nerd. Do you not see the giant D&D symbol on my chest right here? I'm wearing it like super. I do not listen to your crap.
Yeah.
Crap does not help set a setting for a campaign. It is not eerie to put through a graveyard. Go away.
I'd like to take this moment to reiterate that her backup character is going to be a rapper. So much for her theology, right?
Right. Well, this was before. Maybe that young man has changed my mind.
Maybe he has.
Drop a remix of Diggy Diggy Hole.
Yes.
Diggy hole.
Do this.
Actually, Diggy Hole would probably be good better as a dance remix.
Yeah.
Oh, I will DDR the shit out of that.
Okay. Where were we? Did you guys want to do any shopping before you head back to the camp?
Yeah, bombs.
22? Good lord.
$2.50 a piece.
Oh yeah, 250 piece.
Bomb. Lots.
And speaking of,
Let's see what kind of bombs they've got in the equipment section. They don't really have much at this level. I'm just going to save that for later, Tori, because...
like, yep, that's the thing. Alright, so 250, so that's...
There's Alchemist Fire for like 50 gold a pop.
If you think that's good,
I definitely feel like we need some pots. Especially since...
Yeah, potions of healing are 50 a pop.
Yeah, go ahead and give me two potions of healing.
Alright.
Can you add that for the thing too?
Yeah, I don't know if you can or if I have to, but
Let me try it real quick.
they're in the compendium.
Will someone add them to mine? Because my hands are covered in...
You getting two?
Yeah. Because I was also in that blast radius.
I wasn't, but I'm very squishy. So...
Yeah. Well, not all of us be brave and stand...
brave, foolish, call it what you will.
Well, in my defense, my hands are my weapon. As well as like a...
I added your remaining gold to your character sheet too.
Awesome sauce.
Does anybody watch Man Shorts on YouTube?
Does it sound familiar?
You probably will after this.
Okay, so it added it to the
I copied the thing, not the link.
Well, I don't think the potion of healing has a clicky aspect.
It's just what, like 2d4 plus 2?
Yeah.
We can just add that in there. It's not a big deal. Just take out, say, 50 of pops.
Yeah.
Ow. I'll wait to... I don't even...
I have seen one of theirs.
Yeah, I've watched that one.
I've been watching a channel called Dope or Nope lately.
Oh, nice.
Those guys are freaking hilarious. Not because they mean to be, just because they're goofy. Yeah.
I watch a channel that I can't pronounce. Mostly because I can't read kanji.
It's called...
I have a couple of those I watch for either woodworking or watching some Thai guy dig a house out of the ground.
Oh, I like that guy. He's one of my favorites.
There's a ton of them.
But is it the... I don't know. Is it all... They all...
Yeah.
Don't say it.
It's far away. You can't really see his face, and they all have just pants.
Yeah. And they all basically do the same thing.
Yeah, and they all have the same haircut. So
Sometimes there's two of them.
yes, I was going to say sometimes there's two of them. In the same video.
Okay,
And
yes.
you know
why
watching
ES
the video that it's fake as hell. Because he'll be pounded to the ground with a stick, it'll fade away, and there's a perfectly circular hole 10 feet down.
I mean, unless they like start the video and then like 4 months later, they've got
Yeah.
yeah. I know it's not like an afternoon thing, but still, I really like it.
They cut, bring in the backhoes, hide everything, start filming again.
Either way,
it's interesting, yeah.
I like the bamboo slide.
He always builds a pool.
Yep. Filling it bucket by bucket.
I've seen him aqueduct it.
Yeah.
Anyways.
No, I watched.
Easily distractible today. I've been feeling bad the last few days, and it's getting better, but I'm still in that kind of goofy stage.
I've had like 4 hours. It's not hard to giggle and go off the trail.
Well, something made me ridiculously nauseous Thursday, which is rare for me. And then I had a massive migraine yesterday, so my sleep schedule's been a little screwy.
Maybe.
Scott, I'm gonna buy 2 pots as well.
All right.
I don't know what. I can totally see rocking this shirt.
Alright, hold on. I'm gonna dry my hand off. Yes! Dude, I would get in so much trouble with that shirt. Like, I could see everyone, Brady, stop playing with goddamn boobs. But look, I'm half and half.
Stop it like one finger. It's like, what? Now I'm 2%.
The only thing that would make that better is if it was just Nicolas Cage's eyes after she swiped it over.
Just instantly terrify people?
Yeah. Or John Wick. Yeah.
I've been searching for the perfect, ugly Christmas sweater thing, and I finally found it, but they were sold out online, and then they were talking about not bringing it back, but it's a black sweater that's got Dungeons and Dragons dice going across it, looking like holly and stuff like that. It's amazing. I loved it. And there was like dragons that go across for the garland and such. It's beautiful. Well worth the $50 I was gonna drop on it. No, 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 no! Come back, come back, come back! I'm sorry.
100% juice. No. Yeah.
Damn it. Give me just a second, guys, to do a little housekeeping.
I was afraid we were out. I'm gonna cry. Honey, will you open the honey? Yeah. I'm cooking.
Oh, Tori, before I forget,
Yep.
guess what I heard is happening with the automation department at work.
Oh God. Are they? Well, if
my advice that we're,
or at least if Anthony
or at least if
my
my advice, he would talk about,
getting them
support
cross-trained.
cross-train.
I don't know about cross-trained, but they are getting moved out of the primary building down the road into the old police department to make room for expansion.
Really?
Hmm?
David should love that.
Yeah, he calls me to tell me, and I'm like, okay. Like, doesn't really affect me.
I was wondering what they were gonna do with the old police department, because it's just kind of basically sitting there.
It looks like Pro Miles is trying to get it.
Well, I mean, they don't own the property.
Yeah. But it definitely makes it look like they're trying to expand.
Or at least prioritize.
Yeah.
Which is good. David's finally getting what he wants. They finally hire somebody.
Nope.
Oh.
Matter of fact, toward the end of August, David's going on vacation. Brad's going to a conference. So the plan currently is to forward Brad's phone to me.
Like they knew this was gonna happen. I gave them my 2 weeks. I basically gave David the warning months ago. And they're just gonna like
Well, in their defense, though this isn't much of one, it's not exactly the simplest thing in the world to hire people smart enough to do this job.
No offense, but that position is.
No, it's not, but it still takes a certain amount of brain power for the automation portion.
You know how you fix this 100%? Absolutely, you can find the right people. Stop starting at 15.
Yeah.
Start them at 15.
Yeah, well, that has more to do with the temp agency than anything else.
All I'm
It
hearing
doesn't matter. You can do
is
it 13.
all I'm hearing is that he's very special and hard to.
No, I'm not very special. It's basically you can't find decent work for starting at $10. And that's true anyway. They're just Bright City, Texas. They get away with lowball unless you work for the plant. You don't make. Like I'm doing the exact same thing I did down there. And even Dallas, I'm making twice as they're at half. Just saying.
Okay.
And it's not just me. It's God, the entire department. It's just they lowball the shit out of the entire company.
Well, they suck then.
They're a great company to work for. I just don't think they understand how business works in like the 21st century.
That's part of it. They've been doing this for 20 years, and none of them are doing anything modern.
the trucking industry is probably the ever.
Alright.
Anyhow.
Second page.
Ow.
Alright, so
Yeah, I was just doing a little bit of cleanup and prep on one of the maps.
So since we don't have Drake or person,
Well, I'm using his
I would
character right
assume-
now. So
he's using his character.
yeah, I'm his character that way. I didn't level it up
What?
because I thought he was gonna do that.
Gotcha.
That's what I get for thinking.
I'm gonna go ahead and assume that Drake wants 2 pods. Well, we throw that on here. For him.
Yeah, and if he decides not later, we could.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no to that.
Drop him a couple of pots.
Yeah, same for Sean's that way.
I did already put his 250 in, no brandy.
Okay, well, can you go ahead and give him the health potion?
Yeah.
And yeah, awesome. Because my hands are. I'm in the midst. Chemistry.
All right.
That and my covered cinnamon. Baby.
While everybody is finishing their prep, how do you want to approach the camp this time?
Do you want to keep watching it? You've watched all the episodes.
Is there the ability to look over from the high ground so that they right around you?
Yeah, you guys can make your way up onto one of the plateaus.
I would say
Gotta
I
sneak
would
up
say we
to
need
it.
to get it. Yeah, I would say we like a full scale idea of what's going on before we go in.
Yeah.
You okay with that, Brandy?
Yep.
Okay, then I will.
Oh, right. So here. Look. Whenever you're doing a button, you just push and pull.
Just as a starting point. But the trip back to the camp is relatively uneventful. You guys know the way now. But as you get close,
Check.
I am going to need climb checks to get up the plateau. You guys can find a fairly simple place to get up, but it still requires a roll. I think it's athletics. Athletics or acrobatics. Doesn't really help you, does it?
Not really.
Well, if anybody's got rope or something like that,
Well, we do have.
they can trailblaze.
I have rope, so and I definitely, I'm pretty sure, made it up.
Well, then you want to try free climbing and dropping a rope?
Yeah, I'll drop it.
Okay. So you make the athletics check with no problem whatsoever. Yeah, well, the climbing check, I'll call it.
Oh shit! I have an even better for my athletic. I should have used that.
All right, so Rippo scampers up the side of this thing like he's walking on flat ground.
I'm half spider dragon.
Brandy's up not long after. For those waiting on the rope will give you advantage on the rope. Yeah, you're up.
That second one that I did was Sean's.
Okay.
So yeah. So I need to do athletics. So I need to get athletics.
Yes. And that will give you.
Yeah.
You do have advantage on that.
Actually, I'm gonna do acrobatics. Athletics is next one. What did acrobatics still work or no?
Either or, acrobatics or athletics.
Oh, thank God for that.
Oh,
thank
Yeah.
God for that.
You make it up without any problem. And for Mr. Dinnington, ooh,
No, I mean,
no, not Mr. Gwildor. Yeah, I'm just gonna roll for him since I'm here.
yeah. Why don't you put some wild magic up your ass and shoot yourself over?
Maybe.
Yeah, he did not make it. Does he have a spell for this?
It's over there, baby. It's over there. It's over there.
Well, we will just try again. Yeah, he made it the second attempt. His first try, he started to climb up the rope and just kind of sadly slipped down.
Me in gym class.
Yes, me in gym class. Yeah. Did any of us get the rope in gym class?
Sean did.
I just didn't dress down that day. I was like, I'm not feeling too good.
I think I tried once. I may have pooped a little.
I'm fairly certain I pissed off my PE teacher by looking at him and going, "Why?"
This is true. It is like the algebra of the athletics.
I'm never gonna climb a rope.
Exactly.
What if you have to save your life? I'm like, if I'm ever in a position where I have to climb a rope to live, I was dead already.
Exactly. You just look at that just at the moment, just like Jesus take the wheels, plays in the background.
You look at him like, do I honestly look like SEAL Team material to you?
Exactly. That's almost where like you being big enough not to do it may be an advantage in general. Imagine like it's gotta be either one zombies, two like water. In that case, it doesn't take much.
My aspirations were to be a SEAL, so I was actually trying to do the rope. I just couldn't muster the upper body strength.
What's the thing is that like what kills me is that like they say like oh you get up upper body strength. Well, you're still counting against yourself because the more upper body strength you have, the more you weigh. We just gotta need more upper body strength.
Actually, climbing a rope isn't really about upper body strength.
Well, they told me it was all about your arms and your shoulders.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what they told us all back then.
Yeah, it was.
Nobody taught us how to climb a rope. They're just like, go get the bell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And those mats were
It's
not.
just like pull-ups.
Yeah, those mats are not thick enough for someone to fall from the top of that rope and not get.
No.
Right? That was always my problem.
Now, see, I wasn't too like I wasn't big and out of shape back then. I was super skinny. I weighed like maybe 118 pounds.
I was big, but I wasn't out of shape.
I wasn't even big. Like I was a little tall, but I was like really skinny. My problem was, like Brandy said, I had like no upper body strength.
My major problem was a crippling fear of heights.
Yeah, mine too. Mine too.
Yeah, I'm not a super fan of heights either.
I'd
I
like,
love to climb, but I am not a fan of heights.
I'd get like a body length up the rope and go, nope.
It's okay. Just imagine you're upside down. Then you're just going back to.
Well, once I figured out that I could use my legs to push myself more than like pulling myself up, I did fairly well. And then they were like, "All right, that's enough for a passing grade. Come on down." And I was like, "How?"
Yeah, but okay. Think of this. If they made kids do that today, they would get convicted of child abuse.
Probably. it's like the same way you learn to swim when you're a kid.
Just get thrown in the river.
Whatever. You literally kick your ass in the river.
I had lessons at the YMCA required by my elementary.
There's
That
a
was-
John Wayne movie that does that I freaking laugh about every time I see that scene. Him, yeah.
Pierce had an elementary school that required the YMCA.
That's how I learned how to swim. I was at swimming lessons, and Mom got tired of it being slow, so she booted me in the deep end.
No, actually, the teacher scared me, so I was afraid to swim. But I could go in with my dad and jump off the boat, swim around the boat, go underwater, get stuff off the bottom, come back up. But I couldn't pass that YMCA swim lesson.
It's also they're trying to teach to swim the exact way, which it works if and that way it's like I know it sounds weird, but it's like bowling.
Yes.
Nobody bowls the exact same way.
People make fun of me whenever they see me bowl. I don't like.
If it works for you,
You do the granny roll.
No, I don't know what a granny roll is. Is that where you put the
No,
ball
you
down
like-
and push it?
Where you don't just hold it with both hands, like not even in the finger holes, and then you just like bend over and just like double hand push it down the
No.
middle.
Yeah, it's like a granny shot in basketball between your legs instead.
Oh yeah. No, see, I learned how to bowl in a skirt. So I kind of curtsy and flick my wrist.
Oh,
that's fine.
And
Yeah, that's actually probably pretty close to what they call standard.
That's kind of like what bowling is.
Yeah, because you literally. I've been told the normal way to do it is like you're trying to hand skate on roller.
yes, that's
like
exactly that's exactly how everyone's like, you got to do it, and when you're done, one arm will be all the way in front of you, one leg will be all the way behind you, and the ball, your other hand will be like out for balance.
That's exactly how they tell you to do it. The problem is that either one of two things happen. One, you have a ball that's way too heavy for yourself, so it throws your balance off. Or two, you don't trust yourself enough to balance your weight, so you basically swing with your arm alone.
Yeah, no, I walk up. I don't even do like that little 3-step run thing to get the momentum. I walk up, I turn sideways slightly, I bend my knees, and I take my arm back, and then I flick my wrist.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do. Because that's the thing is that like all the controls coming from your wrist. It's not coming from your arm.
Well,
Actually,
my friends
okay.
know me as this giant tomboy, so they think that I'm gonna go up there, with my beer and my loud belches and stuff like that, and do something super manly, and then I'm like, curtsy.
Okay. Saying this is somebody who, in his youth, bowled in the high 260s, it's not all in the wrist.
Well, not all in the wrist, but a lot of the precision controls.
Well, technically, what now this is pro bowling where you see him bowling with the hook. You don't want your wrist to move at all. The spin comes from the upward motion. It's releasing it the right way. It's like throwing a knife. You don't really want to flick your wrist on a knife either.
Yeah,
Well, no, we can decide with that.
this is gonna sound
What I mean is like.
This is gonna sound super awkward, but for me, the spin is beneficial for me because that's how I control the ball. So.
Oh yeah, there's a ton of ways to do it. There used to be a place in Port Arthur that did Rock a Bowl every Saturday night. It was $10, bowl all you could for 3 hours.
That's
And I went every Saturday with family most of the time. Like we bowled so much, I bought Mom a shirt that said, "I'm Bertha, I bowl."
But no, it's like when I see people trying to do it wrong, which I think is wrong when they hurt themselves. It's like they're not like keeping their shoulder straight. Like they'll go wide and try to use that to whip it instead of like you said, with the forward motion and control it. Because you know what I'm talking about, where it's like you literally like throw it across your body instead of straight down.
Yeah.
That type of stuff looks dangerous because that's where you basically chuck it for a couple of feet, and it'll bounce and possibly bounce into somebody else. I've seen that shit happen. That's kind of scary, actually. My sister did it once. Got a strike on somebody else's leg.
I've done that. I did that every time I try to bowl the way that makes it look like you're figure skating. I end up like sending my ball 3 aisles down, and I always get like a really good score on their lane, and I'm just like, you're welcome.
That may be also the way, because like
I don't know. I just use house.
Well, that's what I mean.
House balls come in different weight. If your weight's too light, you're gonna chuck it, but you're not gonna get enough momentum to actually be damaged. If it's too heavy, that's usually when you're gonna hurt yourself. You have to kind of find that medium resistance.
All I know is that I haven't been bowling since I quit.
I had custom bowling balls.
Yeah, custom ones are fun, especially if the league allows for the custom cores, because then you don't have to fuck up the wrist. You literally just throw it and spins itself.
Mm-hmm.
Those are a lot.
Yeah.
Those are a lot.
I had a custom polyurethane with a fingertip grip.
Nice. Mine came from the same factory where they made like pineapple cologne, so it smelled like pineapple. It's awesome. Anywho.
Yeah, we keep getting. We're having fun. Who cares?
That's true. Yeah, I'll leave it about an hour.
Okay, so you guys make it up to the plateau. As you guys are making your way to the edge for spying, stealth checks.
Super good score.
Stealth probably.
Thank you. What there?
Oh, crap. That's a natural 20.
Sean.
Somebody remembered the fireball. What was that, Brandy?
I was letting you know I was doing Sean's first because I was already in his character.
All right.
Okay.
It will click the button.
Well, I can do it for him. 1 second.
Okay. Cool, because it's not clicking.
It's going to come through in a minute and tell me, Brandy 2.0 attempted to make 40 rolls.
Well, there we go. 2 natural 20s.
Now let's see if we can get Brandy's to.
I got a 12!
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, you guys managed to get to the edge where you've got a good view.
Manage. I'm fucking moonwalking backwards while people can't see me.
All right. Well, the camp looks very different today.
That it does.
The area where all the kobolds were, all those tents and huts have been burned. The only structures still standing are the leader's tent right outside of the cave and a few of the tents just to the west of that. The only people you see currently are the 4 veteran guards around that camp, around that tent. Do you guys want to sit and wait a while?
I
mean, how long do you want to walk?
Yeah, I think we should definitely long surveillance because because like study patterns and stuff like that because I don't want to just in and because we don't have.
I can hit them from there with my.
All of them.
All of them. 120 feet.
But I mean, there's also the guy that decided the invisibility and fireball. So.
Yeah, fireball's a long range spell too.
Yeah.
And you guys would actually probably be closer to down here after sneaking on, kind of in this bigger area.
So it's about 90 feet away.
Because
Um,
if we don't see the guy who like appeared on the battlefield suddenly and shot fire up our ass, we definitely wait till we see him.
Is there any type of kindling or anything we can light on fire?
Yeah, I mean, you guys, it's grasslands. You're not going to find much wood here.
Meaning like around them right down here.
Outside of a few stacks of firewood.
So nothing that would.
Yeah, this whole area's been pretty well trampled. You get that, that many people walking around. There's not much left that's not mud. Mud and dirt.
Okay.
Well, where you guys are doesn't look like it's been disturbed in forever. It doesn't look like anybody ever comes up here. So you could probably set up camp here for a while.
Alright, what time is it?
Probably early afternoon by the time you guys get here. 2, 3 o'clock.
Okay, I'd say we wait till dark.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of just take shifts, keeping an eye.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, as long as you guys don't make a ton of noise, you should be fine. You're far enough away, high enough up. Believe. Let me double check.
If we build a fire, we should dig like a pit so that way it can help seal the light. Or at least some kind of tent to go around it so that way semi sort of control the smoke. Or just go down the little hikeway.
It doesn't actually say how tall these little plateaus are, but they're. Here we go. 12 to 15 feet, give or take.
If we start a fire, then they're definitely see that.
Yeah, you're not going to want to start a fire, but it's a mild day. That's a guard tower that's empty.
Can we move to that guard tower?
It'd be a few stealth checks. And there is, it doesn't really show it, but like right around here, there is a ladder that goes up to that tower. But you guys could come at it from the south.
Yeah, I figured like this way. Why can I not click? There you go, like from this way. There you go.
Yeah, if you guys come around from the top, it'd still be stealth checks because that's a lot closer.
What do y'all think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Alright. I'd say let's wait until dark still.
Yeah.
Because at least if we do it until then dark, what?
It would be easier. Not necessarily advantage, but the DC would go down.
Okay, yeah, still wait till.
Yeah.
Not only that, but I mean, like, if something does happen, we'll have shadows to hide in.
That's true.
Right.
That's true. Alright, so. Segue to dark.
All right. Well, you guys kind of take turns keeping an eye over the edge. Eat trail rations, take a nap, whatever you need to do. Just before dark. Freaking layers. Coming into the entrance to the camp and dragging a leader, you know, the little dragging things with carcasses, and on it is a group of hunters. Yeah, that kind of make their way into the camp. and set up shop here and start to set up butchering. You know, they each kind of take an animal and head off to a tent.
You're right. It's not effective because if you try to use Ripple for a pillow, he's gonna stab you.
No! Come back!
Rippo the pillow.
I do land hits, except when I land a hit, things die. I don't have to hit them 5 times.
Every time I've called you up, not hit. Just saying.
But the not long after the hunters come in, a somewhat familiar looking dragonborn and human kind of come out of the tent. You know, they kind of move over, chat with the hunters for a moment or two. Just kind of checking in, and then head back into the tent.
Now he's at the tent.
It is not the mage that fireballed you.
Now we wait to sit the.
And that was all about an hour before dark. The hunters go about cleaning up the carcasses rather efficiently. And they bring the hides into this big tent here and load the meat back on that leader and drag it into the cave.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Detect magic. That also detects like spells that are active.
Yes.
So, does anybody have detect magic?
Does not see invisibility.
Motherfucker. But if there's like magic randomly in the field, like couldn't we see it? Like, or be like, there's magic aura. Right
that's
here.
a balancing thing. Invisibility is not detectable with detect magic. But once the hunters, they only stay in the cave for a little bit before they come back out and start to settle in some of these tents for the night. And then it kind of goes dark. These veteran guards are just kind of, once it gets dark, 2 of them head to tents, and the other 2 kind of settle in. How long after dark you want to wait before you guys start to move?
What do you think, Brandy? I'm thinking maybe an hour. That gives people that gives us a chance to see how their nighttime rotation goes for about an hour, and then it also gives people kind of like that time to relax and kind of.
After dark down.
Yeah.
You're in dim light, Randy. Once it starts to get dark, you're the only person without dark vision.
I got a goblin to hold on to.
And everybody else gets cut down to like 60 feet. There are some lights in the camp, though. Just torches. So you can kind of still see what's going on.
I have heightened the monk. And I'm sensing that my canister is running dry of ale. I didn't say they were good.
All right, well, we're gonna. Oh, shit, what's going on?
Suck.
billion box.
Look at the quote.
We believe that other burgers are shit.
It's awesome.
We lost you, Brandy. Oh, roll 20.
Okay, I'm coming. I had to pour alcohol into my food.
Into your food? That's just wasteful. Pour it into you.
No, I can't. I have a bottle of cooking sake.
Have you ever noticed the correlation? The quality of sake is directly related to how fancy the bottle is.
Yes.
Not all the time, yeah.
Okay, well, mine is a cheap ass $10 bottle of American made.
Well, Lisa's older brother used to be stationed in Japan. He's in the Navy. He brought this bottle of sake back with him that was in a ceramic samurai.
What?
It was the worst sake I've ever had in my life. Yeah. Bottle was amazing. Sake was horrible.
Yeah, that's like the only one that really happens with though. Usually, if you get alcohol in a plastic bottle, most of the time it's gonna be terrible. Or at least less than yeah.
Well, it's rather decent. I drank it to see how like potent it is, and it's pretty potent. But I just use it for the flavor.
Yeah.
The alcohol part.
Yeah. But it just leaves this really delicious, like sweet flavor. But that's not like sugar.
Yeah, no, it's just flavoring. So it's hour after dark.
Yes. If you guys would like to make your way around, I need a stealth check.
Boom. And shadow.
That's good. That's good.
Holy crap! What is up with these stealth rolls?
Maybe you're just on the ball today.
Maybe Drake is what it is. Oh, we need to roll. You roll for Drake.
I did already. He's good.
For boy toy.
All right.
Fuck.
It averages out. When I do these big group stealth checks, I'm kind of getting an average number.
Oh.
It's just simpler. That you guys can kind of help each other.
Gotcha.
Yeah. For stealth specifically. Because normally when you're stealth, you're moving kind of slow. Everybody's paying attention. I just assume you guys are all kind of helping each other.
Yeah.
It just makes it a little faster. Okay, that brings you guys around to here. It's about 8 to 10 foot to get to the base of the tower. That guard tower stands at about the same level of where you're standing at now, the top of it. It's empty. Yeah, you guys can see in there. It's empty. It's got a low wall around it, but unless somebody's literally trying to hide from you, they're not. It's empty. But I will need, because your guys are still trying to be quiet, I'm going to need athletics or acrobatics to get down to the base. You guys will have rope available, so that will give advantage. Okay, Rippo goes down easy. Mr. Dennington is good with advantage.
What? Alright,
I'm rolling from mine, so I don't know what the plus is, but I mean, if it's advantage, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Let's see if Drake makes it down. You guys are good. Not difficult rolls, just
Right, yeah.
it's that chance. Now, the guard tower itself has a ladder to go up. No roll needed. You guys creep your way up into the guard tower, and it's a little crowded with 5 of you, but you've got a nice overview of the area from there. Doesn't look like anything's really changed in the time it took, because that all took probably about 10-15 minutes trying to be quiet. So nothing has really changed in the camp. You guys gonna watch for a while, or?
Anyway, if we were to attack now, would we? Considering they
Or so we.
God, yeah, that's true.
Because we still haven't seen the Invisible Maid.
That's why I would like to start a distraction if possible. But you said there.
I'm trying to figure out if attacking is even a good idea for you guys. You guys are what? Third now? Third or fourth? Okay.
Okay, question. Can I use my chill touch to quote unquote stealthily take out some of the torches around them?
Yeah. Chill touch will put out a torch.
How many torches do we have around, or at least how many do we have between us and the first set of archers?
Hold on.
This is where like Mage Hand would come good, because then the hand could just like snuff out the fire.
Fuck, you're right. I had that as an option as a cantrip. I wasn't even thinking about that because I was like, oh man, I need a fire spell, and I finally got Eldritch Blast. I was gonna treat True Strike sounds fun too. But so I was like, maybe base. No, never mind. And then this.
Mage Hand is like one of my favorite spells.
It's a great fuck with things spell.
Well, not just that, but like, if I cross class into Rogue, it is my pickpocket buddy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know.
So there's three between us.
Yeah, I'm just putting some torches down real fast.
Gotcha.
It's the easiest way rather than. Need to look at something on your sheet real fast.
Tell me if I did the cantrip. I think I did it right this time.
Man, it looks pretty good. Okay, Chill Touch does have a verbal component, which means you'll need to stealth check every time you cast it, or risk being heard.
Alright. I like this is our best option. Otherwise, we just go full in. We got a bit of advantage, but around us. Don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does anybody else have any ranged attack that has a better stealth range than I do?
I mean, I could attempt to like sneak over there and put myself, but then it kind of leaves me blind.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is like we want to do it from this. What about Wild Magic?
I don't know what he's got as far as spells that might. I'm looking at him now. He has Ray of Frost as a cantrip.
Does he have a better dex score than I do? I've only got 11.
No, that's what he's got.
So it doesn't matter either way.
Well, spellcasting isn't Dex. It's based off your spellcasting. Oh, that, yeah. He's got Ray of Frost, but it's only 60 foot.
It's 60 foot between these first four. I've already checked with mine. Like the longest one was 65.
So what's the plan? Put out some torches and see what happens, or?
Yeah, I think we'll go both me and Drake since we both have the same stealth. That way, miss will still have 2 out.
Yeah. And then at least we can see what their plan of attack is. If something kind of like,
Right.
the
Plus, if we only focus on the 3 next to the first archer is, I don't think we're in range to catch the big tent, at least from perception. Correct me if I'm wrong on that.
You're talking about hitting like these first few out here?
Yeah, instead of the last one.
Kind of a distraction thing?
Yeah, because the idea is that even if we do fail, the only ones we would alert would probably be the archers, not the people.
yeah.
Well, the archers are inside tents right now. So.
Right, but I mean like the big tent south.
All right, so.
Yeah, we're trying to pick off the peons before we get to the big guys.
Alright, so I will be focusing on this one first.
All right.
Rolling stealth.
Let me make sure he's got range.
He should have range. If I've got 60 mile, yeah, see?
Yeah, let him hit the top one, and you can hit this.
Everything, it's 120 feet, so I can hit it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This top one is in his range. These two down here are not.
Alright, so I will focus on person and have him. If I can.
Alright.
Stealth.
Yeah, and then roll your normal attack.
Alright, and touch.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Not a difficult shot, just if you roll for crap, yeah. Oh, he's stealth now.
Oh, nice. Wow.
Okay, so
those two are
yeah, those two torches are gone.
Alright, now I want to prioritize these first two in front of us now, just to make sure that this guy's.
Well, before you go
Right.
doing the next one, see if they.
Gotcha.
Yeah. They both saw that happen. Well, they saw the torches go out. All right, we're gonna roll initiative. We're not in combat, but to
Just
keep
make it
things
easier.
moving in the order of realistic movement. At this point, we'll roll initiative.
Oh, quite. I guess it counts.
Yeah, it's. I'll.
Come on, here we go.
Crap initiative.
Hell no, I always have crappy initiative rolls.
Like I don't remember any 6. Oh, nice.
Oh shit! I hit intelligence instead of. Oh damn it! I had you selected.
You know that's a nickname that everybody gives me.
That's a nickname everybody gives Brandywine.
Yeah, and like all my life, people are like, "Oh, it's Brandywine." I'm just like, what is this?
There's worse was to have.
Oh no, I like it. It's kind of funny that people who don't know the other people all call me the same.
Who am I missing? Oh.
I'm trying to get the rest of them.
Shadow Axe.
Shadow Axe.
Right now.
Shadow Axe. I can roll.
I did.
He did.
Well, not that.
What'd he get? I didn't.
You didn't see the second roll because you tried to.
There's yeah, it's easier to get.
There.
I think there's some in the diaper bag. We're gonna have to bring.
Okay, so the first two torches go out, and you guys see the two guards kind of perk up and look that way. And that's where initiative starts. Shadow Axe doesn't really have any ranged things right now, I think.
Yeah. So he'll just like, I guess.
Hey,
Yeah.
wait, yeah.
Got a question.
Yeah.
You said there was a ladder that goes down from here to the cliffside,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Can you use that ladder to get to one of the tents that nobody's without being seen?
Oh no.
Because what I'm thinking is we can go ahead and send Grippo with Shadow Axe down while me and Brandy Fuckface up top here will start shooting from the top.
Yeah, well, okay, there's your ladder.
That's actually pretty open side.
Yeah.
I was hoping Fuckface.
Yeah, it's just right there on the rock face underneath.
So what do y'all think? Probably trying to take out some more
Torches.
torches.
If all they did was look, they didn't really do anything.
Well, their turn hasn't come up yet.
Oh.
We have to do an initiative. Those went out, you saw them perk up and look. It's been like seconds.
I would say we wait because now they got their attention has been drawn. Because, I mean, if magic was like any other magic I've seen, it kind of like has a trail line where you can see where it comes from and where it's going to.
Well, that's my point, though, is that if we wait, they're going to find out where it's from. Because they're going to see the trail line. If we can at least minimize the amount of visibility they have, at that point.
The trail line doesn't last past you cast it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't leave something in the air. It's just it dissipates almost immediately.
Yeah, as soon as like it makes contact, it's gone.
All right.
Yeah. Now, if you cast another spell,
yeah.
Like I said, like we wait and then see what happens. Like I guess you would.
Because the other side of that coin is me and Shadow Axe and Lingland's fists
Yeah.
can keep an eye on the top of the ladder.
All right.
Anything comes up.
All right. So I guess
you guys can make your way to the out of the tower itself
Yeah.
and just leave the shooters in the tower.
That sounded terrible.
Whichever. So you guys are gonna wait. You do have another chance to do something before they start moving. They're obviously going to investigate them. Some they just haven't had a chance to yet.
Oops, sorry, not Shadow.
All right, Tori, Mr. Dennington's up.
Yeah. Then we wanna. I'm gonna wait then.
All right. They're asleep. Rippo's waiting.
Yeah.
All right. They their turn comes around. The guy to the north kind of nods out that way. And this guy
Don't worry about this.
moved the whole thing. Starts kind of heading that way, moving kind of slow, and just pulls his weapon out. What's he got? A long sword. pulls his longsword out and kind of creeps that way, keeping his eyes open. The other guy just kind of steps over directly in front of the entrance to the tent. He also gets his longsword ready, and he is. You can tell he's watching his partner, but he's also looking around. Head on a swivel. All right, that brings us around top of the round. We come back to Shadow Axe. Is he just going to wait again?
Imagine they're not gonna want to do anything. I imagine he'd have to do another stealth check if he goes down the ladder.
Yes.
What's his? We'd want to roll on his because he's probably decent.
I think you can get his. You have access to his character sheet. It's in the just shift double click on his token. Yeah, that's one of his good ones.
Yeah, no, he's got a +3 in Dex. What do y'all think? You want to bring him down and do a stealth check? Or?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's +5 actually. All right, so yeah. We'll bring him down the bladder.
All right, make me a stealth check.
May the dice.
Fuck.
Wait, you were. No, that's +5.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep. Okay. Just making sure.
Jesus Christ, that's a natural 1.
All right, he gets most of the way down the ladder before he slips. Not far enough to do any damage, but makes a hefty racket as he lands at the base of the ladder. And the veterans immediately look his way. That was just a natural 1, man. That was bad luck. Hey, sometimes the dice just don't like you.
Yeah.
It's just like the profile picture for the Discord channel. The dice giveth and they taketh away.
Right.
Shit, alright.
Jesus save. Everybody else roll a 20. Shadow Axe is going to spend the rest of his turn standing from the fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just clank. But he's able to stand up and get his axe ready. Which brings us to Mr. Dennington, and we are definitely in combat. No, it made a nice thud, crank, cuss, scream. Yeah.
Gotcha. Alright.
That wasn't a quiet descent.
We're gonna do
That random sound of pots and pans from nowhere.
We're gonna cast firebolt on this bad boy over here.
Okay, those guys are all inside their tents.
So this doesn't matter.
Yeah. Sorry, it's hard to see, but the guys that are on top of tents, you can't actually see.
So firebolt.
All right, go for it. That's going to be a miss.
A 14th to miss?
Yeah, these guys have got decent armor.
Well, shit. That would have been a lot of. Alright then.
You just gonna stay up there, shoot from there?
Yeah, there's no point in me going down.
Oh, let's see. Okay. This guy. It takes him a moment to move. but some of the scouts or the hunters step out of the tents and kind of look around groggily, trying to figure out what's going on. They do have their bows, but they've not yet woken up fully. Yeah. They've got decent perception. The noise woke them up. Most of them.
Alright, do you been this Ripo?
Bravo! From where you're at, it's about a 10-foot drop. Because I know you were about to ask me.
Is that still? Is that still like a 6 of damage?
Yeah, it's a D6 damage if you drop all the way. So you can reduce that with acrobatics or athletics.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down with my acrobatics.
Just gonna hop down.
Yeah. Or athletics.
Oh,
I bet
handle
it wouldn't. I bet it wouldn't give us that much damage if we were tall people.
it.
Half the size, half the gravity.
Yeah, you land. Superhero. 3-point landing. Then you wish you hadn't because now your knee really hurts.
Why do people do
regrets
this?
that decision.
That would have taken up about 5 foot of your movement to just hop off.
Okay.
When I jump down, I want to jump down like Spider-Man.
Yeah, all squatted. Yeah.
Like one leg all the way out. Well,
It's going straight for the dude.
Yep. I'm gonna
Rippo
shave
charge.
it. And I would like to rage.
Woo, a raging Rippo.
Oh snap.
That's a hit.
it's
God, I would
natural.
hope that's a hit.
Pick it up and dip it in the cheese.
And I now have one glowing ring.
You do. Yeah, you charge up and take a swing down, and he just can't get his sword up in time. And you cleave a nice cut across his chest. These guys are wearing banded mail, or split mail. Sorry. And while you did a chunk of damage, he doesn't seem overly phased by it. He kind of stumbles back and settles back into position with his longsword.
Finally, a challenge from Ripple.
That's so wiggly.
That puts them
Sit
next.
down, it won't be so wiggly.
Okay, so longsword to Rippo. AC 17. Yeah, for 10. It's a good roll.
Oh shit!
Wait a minute.
It's changed his name.
Oh, okay. That's fine. This is fine.
This guy.
I just want to make. I'm supposed to. Okay.
Gonna run up and try to smack Shadow Axe. Hitting him for 10 points of damage.
Fuck.
That's good rolls on my side.
Or do I take it out of it?
Yeah. They have not raised the alarm yet. Currently, as far as they're concerned, they can handle it. What does Gwildor want to do?
It wants to exterminate.
Sorry, I got a text. Gwildor.
Oh crap! I forgot to add my rage into that.
I think we'll stick with Firebolt for now. You'll Firebolt the one on the Rippo. No.
Imagine we got the archers.
No. Shadow Axe's turn.
Okay.
Imagine he's gonna want to attack in front of him.
Yep, with his axe. No,
His axe.
yeah. Just, again, he's supposed to be level 3, but I thought Sean was going to level up.
It shouldn't change his attack.
I think level 3 is just your calling.
Yeah.
Yeah, but isn't that also when he gets, like, other special abilities or whatever?
He might have a few, but it's not going to change his
he gets
2 hits.
He gets his path. So he might get like
Something to do with his rage. Yeah.
Okay.
That's going to be a hit.
Woo!
Nice. Takes a chunk out of that guy. Mr. Dennington.
I'm gonna try this Archer now.
Okay. See, I need to adjust.
Alright. Fireball then.
Alright. Oh, yeah, that's a hit. Nice. Yeah, he's just barely waking up and you just blasted half his life away with fire. Yeah, he's not happy. Let's Scout's turn. I gotta remember something. Damn it. Why is this always so hard to do? Here we go. Okay. You guys have half cover up there, so makes you a little harder to hit. Okay, it's still going to hit. Wow. You guys have +5 in your armor class right now. I rolled a 17. It's 3 damage as an arrow hits you. No, you, Mr. Dennington. You just fire blasted the guy. He's returning fire. This guy runs into this tent. This guy runs over.
Where's your cup at?
Shoots at the monk. Because he didn't see who actually tossed the fire.
Can they even see me right
Yeah, you were getting prepared to jump down the cliff, right? You've got cover. You don't have the half.
now? I thought I was still in stealth.
Oh, good point. What did you roll?
I don't remember, but I was
Scrolling back up.
It was a pass. Because I hadn't made my acrobatics yet. Hey, you can't go outside without shoes.
Okay.
Why is Zane's cup outside?
I don't even see Ling Ling on the
Shit, I forgot to add her. What did she roll?
15.
Okay. We'll let you go here in just a second. That's my bad.
It's okay. Being forgotten.
But we're just going to shoot one more scout and let them finish their turn with that. Yeah, no. Okay, go ahead, Lingling. What do you want to do? Can you see the map?
Not at the moment. I'm, like I said, I was prepping food. So, second, I'm dishing out. Ah. It's so thick, it's sticking to the spoon. My dart can only do 10 feet, so the guy at the bottom of the stairs, he's still alive?
Yeah.
Oh, blow it.
Wow.
Do what? Blow him?
I was gonna say blow a dart, but then like other people started talking, so I stopped talking.
Well, no, all I heard is blow him. I was like, okay.
No. No.
Anything goes on to persuasion. Anything goes towards his crotch.
She is a halfling.
Oh god.
Yeah. Nope.
About yay tall with a flat head.
I know, right?
Ling goes for ding ding.
Oh, God damn.
It was there.
No.
It's very. That just seems so random. I was like, just like, what? Wait, what? I was like, okay.
And then like,
Ling Ling's not that kind of girl. Besides, how is she supposed to get through all that armor?
That's okay. So we were setting mods at Walmart a few weeks ago, right? And we were doing the acrylic paints. And this lady that works with me she used to be a manager. But she retired and then she got bored, so she came back. And we're setting things up, and there's certain English words she can't say when she's talking normal. Like she has to like really slow down and sound them out. Apparently, Petunia is one of them. Because it was a Petunia purple. And so she's going to set it up and she's like, Buddha purple. And I'm like, oh my god, for purple? What? And she's like, was that not right? I'm like, I don't know. I can't see it. She's like, Petunia. I was like, yeah, that's a whole different.
Just imagine
this like little lady, this little white lady turned into like
the bandejo.
the bandejo. The kid's got this
purple,
the purple, you know.
Don't look at me like
a vatos loco.
Okay. A 7 bounces off his armor.
Ding.
No ding ding.
If I thought that I could, if the dice were with me, I would have tried a flying kick to the face.
There you go.
Kind of what I expected to happen.
That's so did I. I was getting ready for her to be like, I'm gonna acrobatics down and beat him. I was gonna be like, death from above.
I was like, I have a feeling the dice are not gonna be my friend. I'll just start, and then it was like, the dice are not your friend.
So this reminds me
of playing WoW. Because in Mr. Pandora's they brought in Monk.
And the
starting zone for the Monk
is a giant turtle.
Looks like a giant island.
So everybody's
So everybody's learning the mechanics of your freaking Monk.
So you
you just see this person do this. They call it a flying drag kick, which is basically like a Jackie Chan missile kick out the side. And at least every 30 seconds, one person would go flying off the map and die from that. Because they couldn't gauge the distance properly. All of a sudden, you're just walking around, so they go, boop, those were right in front of you.
When NPCs have watched too many people play Halo, and they've turned us into the hunters.
Oh.
I used to matador those assholes off the map all